because I
Okay.
can't see the screen.
Hey, welcome to the training bra session. We're the Village for Women. We are Palette members, and we are so excited to be here today. My name is Angèle de Green-Morley, and I've got Cindy with me. Cindy, introduce yourself.
Hi, everyone. My name is Cindy Santos Mendoza, and Jill and I are the founders of the Village for Women and also Palette members. Super excited to be here today with our very first training bra series. So this is a monthly mentoring series that is going to highlight strategies and the importance of collaboration to accelerate your business relationships. We strongly believe in the power of collaboration and supporting one another. That is exactly why the Village for Women came to be. It was, it is intended to be a place where we can provide support, we can provide expertise, and most important, where we can provide perspective in all areas of our business and personal lives.
So we have to tell you a quick story about how the name came about. So we began creating this series, and we had not thought of a name for it yet. And I happened to be buying a few back to school items for my daughter, and in the basket was a training bra. And it made me think, why on earth is this called a training bra? Like, what exactly are we training with this bra? So, I thought through it, and it has me really thinking about the whole process of a training bra. And this is how the name came about. So just like a training bra prepares a girl for the road ahead, the Training Bra series aims to prepare female business owners to feel comfortable and confident in all aspects of their business.
Well, and today's topic is all about finding the right fit. Just like a bra that has to fit specifically to your needs, your training bra has to fit your business brand. It has to fit your positioning, and it has to be precise for the right target audience to build the trust you need. So let's talk about the difference between brand and branding. Often, mixed between one and another. Brand is the emotional connection that you have between the client and the entity, right? So the feeling of the story that goes along with the name of your business. The branding is actually the tools that you use to engage that feeling, right? So tools and strategies that you use to influence the way that people feel about your brand.
So we have three perfect examples. They're all lingerie brands, but they're completely different branding. The emotional connection aims at completely different target audiences.
We started with Victoria's Secret, and Victoria's Secret was famous for their Angels campaign and having this perfect body. Let's take a quick look. So in contrast, think about, and whenever I think about an angel, an angel, what do you want this Christmas? I really think about my daughters, not women in lingerie.
So, the Angels campaign is all about the perfect body. And in contrast, Cacique came up with the campaign, I'm No Angel, and how boring life would be without curves, right? So they saw a gap in a market that they've been trailing in for years. They narrowed their focus, and they went all in to dominate this underserved segment of the female population.
No one should be comfortable at a size 14. Well, I sure the hell am. Do you see those rolls? Welcome to the bakery, honey. She'd never be a model if it wasn't for her dad. But I got all this from my mama.
How did you get through the door?
You ruined Sports Illustrated. Well, the way I see it, I made it better for her.
Couldn't
She
look
needs to
away
look at herself
from
in the
those
mirror.
fat.
I hope
No
I
fat
never
woman
let my
should know
hair
she
of
was celebrating for
big.
their weight. Big is not always beautiful. Have you lost your mind? It is always beautiful.
That is such an empowering video. I love that.
Absolutely. And then, of course, think about our third contestant, Adore Me, taking a completely different approach. So their slogan was, whatever you do in your lingerie, Adore Me, here for it. They aim at privacy in your home, buying a set or a membership, but from the comfort of your computer.
Why do I love AdoreMe.com? Because I can shop online for gorgeous lingerie that's comfortable and affordable.
AdoreMe.com has lingerie and every style bra and panty set you can imagine.
They fit perfectly. They really get that women come in all shapes and sizes. You get the first bra and panty set for just $20.
Shipping and exchanges are always free, so there are no worries.
Just go to AdoreMe.com, select your favorite sets, and get great deals on lingerie.
This Valentine's Day, get your first set for only $19.95 at AdoreMe.com.
So brands like Cacique and Adore Me start to grow in the market. And Victoria's Secret starts to realize they need to rebrand. In 2018, they're seeing a pretty significant decline in sales. So they go from a perfect body to a body for everybody. And this year, they've announced the Victoria's Secret Collective. We don't know much about the campaign yet, but you can absolutely see that it aims at a more diverse group of women.
Victoria's Secret was definitely not understanding the need of all women. And that is very common in today's market. 91% of women feel that their advertisers don't understand them. So our recommendation is as follows. You got to think big. You have to act big, but you got to start small. Who do you want that emotional connection with, right? Who do you want to be a champion to? Narrow it down by category. Narrow it down by demographics. You got to find who is your starving crowd.
So now that we've identified the importance of the right brand and branding, let's look at how you can identify your niche market. You've got to find your place and purpose. What do you stand for? What are you passionate about? How does that transfer to your brand? Who is your common enemy in the market? Who is missing the mark? And what is your place and purpose for filling that gap?
Next, you got to size up the competition, right? If you guys are not familiar with the acronym SWOT, it stands for strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. So you have to look at your competitors' SWOT analysis. For instance, Cacique saw a weakness in Victoria's Secret addressing women of all different shapes. They took advantage of that. There's a couple of different things that you can do for review hacking, or understanding what your competition is doing. Number one, websites like SimilarWeb or your Facebook ad library. If you are advertising on Facebook, you can go into the library and it will show you what are similar ads that are running from your competitors. You can also go the traditional way and go on Yelp and see what the, see what your competitors' reviews say. Read what the customers like and what the customers do not like. Equally important, go on Google My Business and see what they're saying about your competition.
So we've talked about brand and positioning. Now let's talk about how you're going to support and nurture your customer base with your campaign. Empathy is the #1 quality in a 21st century campaign. People want to be seen, heard, and understood. Going back to our bra company comparison, Cacique understood how it felt not to be represented in the Victoria's Secret ads. They were speaking directly to their target audience. I feel your pain. We're creating a brand for plus-size women to feel comfortable and beautiful. Adore Me. I know how frustrating it is when you have to walk in a store and feel uncomfortable about the purchase. Some people are a little embarrassed to go into a store and buy lingerie in front of everybody. So think about how you are supporting and nurturing your audience. What are you going to do to make them feel seen, heard, and understood?
Finding the right fit also requires you to find your voice, to lead your tribe and empower your customer base. In other words, it requires you to become a passionate visionary. And a passionate visionary is a trusted advisor, is the customer's base guide to achieving their best results.
So how are you going to rise above the noise? A passionate visionary asserts their authority in the prospective market. And social media is a fantastic tool to do so, but it is so saturated. You have roughly 8 seconds to make an impression on a potential client. And while a business account does render baseline demographic information, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, they're the real benefactors of the data that's being gathered. So you have to amplify your message through strategic partnerships, and it's the only way to control the narrative of your message while simultaneously owning the data.
Passionate visionaries lead. They lead their clients to a solution that they're providing to a problem the customer is facing. For example, Third Love, a laundry company, yet another one, provided half cup sizes, a problem that had not been previously addressed by any of the competitors. Think about clients don't know that you care until you tell them. So go and tell them that you care. Communicate your vision clearly and lead them in the direction of your solution, the solution that your company is providing. Obviously, always keeping your client's best interest at heart. And creating an emotional connection. 95% of purchasing decisions are emotional.
So an easy way to kind of shift your mindset, right, is to, instead of asking, how do I bring clients to my product, ask, how does my product help my client base? Does my product fulfill my mission? You got to fall in love with your client, and you got to be their champion. And again, customers don't know you care until you tell them. You got to align the head, your heart, and the wallet with the product. The head is the logic, the reason. They're asking the questions. The heart is the emotional decision. It's engaging them. They're recognizing their need in your product. And the wallet is the value provided by the product.
An individual that actively promotes and aspires to advance a culture of business and relationship growth, resulting in mutually beneficial systems of compassion, communication, accountability, collaboration, and competency. That is the definition of an allyship.
So we know women are natural connectors. Being an ally requires more than joining a group. It requires action. An actionable ally is always considering new avenues for relationship development, mentorship, and giving credit where credit is due.
There are 3 types of actionable allies. The first one is a champion. The champion is the one that directs applicable technical questions to experts in the subject instead of attempting to answer. So referring to, hey, great question. That is not my set of expertise, but so-and-so, will be happy to answer. That is a champion. It advocates for women, people of color, and underrepresented groups. An amplifier is an individual that shares, mentions, likes other business on social media. They invite others to their programs, memberships, offers their benefit and objectives. Sound familiar, Palette members? The last one is the upstander. And the upstander is the one that exemplifies leadership skills, inspires the room by taking action, envisions collaborative opportunities, engaging multiple organizations. So think about it. Which ally are you today?
Which ally are you, and how do you become all three types of actionable allies? Your role as an ally should be inspired by a deep sense of obligation and connection to other human beings. And why is allyship important? And where is it important, right? So allyship is important in every aspect. It can be in casual conversations and new introductions, during personal and professional meetings, conferences, Q&A sessions after talks, serving on committees and review panels. So to recap, thinking about everything we've talked today, you've got to start looking at brand and branding with a narrowed focus in a niche market, positioning yourself to fill the gap your competitors have missed, being supportive of your customer base and nurturing them through your campaign, becoming a passionate visionary for the direction you're taking your business, and incorporating allyship to amplify that message through strategic collaborative relationships.
And remember this, knowledge is power, but knowledge without action is useless. So what actions are you going to start taking today to find the right fit in your business?
We seriously hope you enjoyed our very first Training Bra session. Training Bra stands for Business Relationship Acceleration Sessions. Please remember to like, share, and follow the Village for Women, and like, share, and follow the Palette. We are so excited about the partnership that we have with them and all the members of the Palette.
Thank you so much for joining us. We're going to open up the Q&A. If you guys have any questions about any of the topics that we discussed today, anything that is not clear, or any comments on the presentation, or any additional topics that you would like to hear, please share them on the chat box below.
And don't forget, you can also go to our Facebook or Instagram pages, both the Village for Women and the Palette, and you can always comment there on what we talked about today.
Yeah, think about really quick. I was when we were putting this training together, obviously we wanted to refer back to the idea of the training bra. We were looking at brands that related into, showing how different brands and different branding, can affect how people think and what emotions you have behind that brand. So do the same thing with your business, right? Think about how is it that people feel about your business? And most important, think about this. You may have a very different opinion of what it is that your customers think about your business than they do. So don't forget to ask, have an open conversation with your clients, and, invite them for an open conversation. Hey, what do you like about my products or service? What do you think that we can improve? Conversation, and connecting it's going to be super important for that emotional connection with your client.
That's a really good point, because, when we were putting everything together, we spoke about how Victoria's Secret was such a dominant force in the market, right? And I think this is a perfect example of, it doesn't matter how big you are and how big of a presence you have in a particular category. If you are not staying current, if you're not listening to your customers, if you're not really looking at the bigger picture and hearing everyone out, you're going to lose your spot. Somebody else is going to swoop in, and they're going to always see who's not being addressed, who's not being represented, and find that avenue.
Absolutely. And also, think about how important leadership plays in that specific scenario, right? You may have an organization that, even though is well established, if they don't have a good leadership that is going to take them to transform their brand and their branding, they could have completely lost all of their positioning in the market. So we're still waiting to see what that VS Collective is all about. Yeah. All that we know is a good press release and not much about it. So we'll see if Victoria's Secret, steps up in their leadership and let us know exactly what they're doing to, be a little bit more active. Yes.
All right. Well, that is all we have today on the Training Bra session. Again, thank you so much for joining us. Again, if you have any questions later on, go to our Facebook, go to our Instagram, and you can always email us as well.
Absolutely. Thank you again. Goodbye for now, and we look forward to seeing you in the next Training Bra series. Have a great day.